Good morning, family. How is everyone doing this morning? Listen, aren't you tired of worrying about what will people say? I was talking to one of my sisters yesterday. I actually reached out to her to compliment her about a video she posted on social media, basically, talking to people about God. She's trying to win souls to God. And I just, congratulated her. And then she told me something. She said, over the years, she said God has been talking to her about doing this, but she was worried about, like what will people say. And also she was also worrying about the way she speaks, and things like that. She said it got to a point she was like, you know what? Let me just post this anyway. I'm making this video because that was also my problem. God has been talking to me about getting on social media, about talking to people about God. And what I kept worrying about was, what would people say, because I felt like I didn't have anything to talk to anybody about. The fact that, I'm divorced, I was married. Even though when I chose a man to marry, God was giving me sign like, okay, this is not for you, this is not for you. And of course I went in anyway because I'm a pastor kid. Seeing what my mom went through over the years being a pastor, I said to myself as a child, like, I will never marry a pastor and I will never be a pastor. So before I married my ex-husband, 3 pastors asked for my hand in marriage. I turned them down simply because they were pastors. Okay, when I had and got married, and years later, and of course the marriage did not work. So I was like worried about that, like, okay, what would people say about me? And then it got to a point I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just in the point in my life where I don't care about what you think about me. I don't care about what you say about me. At the end of the day, you are not perfect. You understand? So I then decided, you know what? I'm going to start talking to people about God. I'm going to start making videos talking about God, because I was like, as long as I'm doing what God is telling me to do, that's what matters. That's what matters. And if you remember in the Bible where the Pharisees brought a woman to Jesus and said to Jesus that the woman, was found fornicating, the woman fornicated, and they wanted to stone the woman to death. And I believe it was in the book of John 8:7, where Jesus said to them, he said, he who is free of sin should throw the first stone. And if you notice, nobody stoned the woman because they weren't free of sin themselves. Okay, at this point in your life, do not worry about what will people say about you. Do not worry about what will people think about you, because they are not perfect either. I want you to focus on God. Focus on the things that God is telling you to do. In the book of I think the book of Psalm 105, I believe it was verse 15, where Jesus in the Bible, it says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. If you are doing what God is telling you to do and people are gossiping about you, people are fighting you, do not worry about it. You understand? Do what God is telling you to do and watch God set a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Do what God is telling you to do and watch God fight for you. Okay, so don't worry about what will he say about me, what will she say about me. Don't worry about the fact that you were arrested before. Don't worry about the fact that you are divorced. Don't worry about the fact that you are a single mother or a single father, or you have different baby daddy or different baby different baby mothers. Do not worry about that. What God is concerned about, it's your heart. If you have a pure heart, God is ready to use you. It doesn't matter if you have tattoos all over your body. Do not worry about that. If God is calling you, get up and do what God is telling you to do. Get up and do what God is telling you to do. Get up and start winning those souls. As long as you are fulfilling your purpose for God, as long as you are doing the things God is telling you to do, do not worry about what other people are saying. Right now, I don't worry. You can think whatever you want to think. You can say whatever you want to say. At the end of the day, I am moving forward. I am moving forward at the end of the day. I am killing it. I am moving forward because I'm doing the things, exactly the things that God is asking me to do. I am doing them. I don't have time to worry about what you might think about me or what people are saying about me. I'm too busy for that. You want to keep talking about me. You want to keep pointing fingers. You want to continue to gossip about me. That's fine. At the end of the day, you are going to be the one to remain stagnant while I am moving forward. So my brothers and my sisters, do not worry about what people might think about you. Do what you have to do for you. Do what you have to do for God. And I was so happy to speak to that sister yesterday. Basically for me, I see that as a testimony. You understand? God has been speaking to her, but she was reluctant, because she was worrying about what will people say about her. Let people say what they want to say. You just do what you need to do. God bless you.